Welcome back to New Rockstars. With so much Marvel content coming down the pipeline this year in the form of movies and streaming series, we're beginning to wonder if any of these heroes are going to ever team up again and, avenge the planet and whatnot. It's kind of their thing. It's their job. Assemble already. Jesus Christ. It's only been a couple of seconds since an Endgame. We want to see you guys together again. This is Rogue Theory, the show where we pitch the wildest theories for the nerdy titles that we love. My name is MT, and growing rogue with me today is someone who always calls shotgun in the Quinjet. It's Jessica Clemons. What's going on, Jessica?
Hi. Happy St. Patrick's Day today, but not in the future.
Oh, happy St. Patty's Day, everybody. Oh, you wearing your green? I see your green on.
Yeah, dude, you look festive as fuck today.
I'm into it. I love every holiday except for Columbus Day. I love every holiday except fuck Columbus.
Mm-hmm. Fuck Columbus all day. And someone who always plays well with others, it's Whitney Van Laningham.
Hi, I play well with all others except for Christopher Columbus.
Exactly. Christopher Columbus did not play well with others at all.
That's what we learned today.
And our very own Iron Man, who's always ready to bring the party to you. It's Tommy Bechtold. What's going on, brother?
Woo! Chris Columbus, the director of Home Alone? Okay. Christopher Columbus, the conquistador racist? No way, my friend.
Exactly.
No Home Alone movies as well. So,
that poor man, the best he could do is just be like, call me Chris, because they're going to get mad at me if they hear my full name.
They're going to get so mad at me.
We're recording on St. Patrick's Day, and I've had a couple whiskeys already.
It's only Thursday.
In the holiday spirit. I dig it. It is the Thirsty Thursday of all Thirsty Thursdays.
Oh man, that's true. Some might say it is the thirstiest Thursday.
The thirstiest Thursday.
My nickname. It's Thirstiest Thursday.
Thursday.
You're in the Addams family, right? There's Pugsley, Wednesday,
it's her sister. The sister they don't really talk about.
Thirstiest Thursday.
I just crawl on the ground hungover and sad.
Yeah.
I'm so horny and hungover. I editorialized my own feelings.
Good.
Oh my goodness. All right, guys. So, during an interview this week, Benedict Cumberbatch explained how he saw Doctor Strange not as an Avenger, but rather as a slight outsider as an Avenger. So, because he sees the character as protecting the reality of the Avengers rather than, someone who is taking orders from Nick Fury. So that leads us to our first topic today.
That's such a Doctor Strange answer. Like, he answered
that.
Yeah,
it's such a Doctor Strange answer.
He had the cape on and everything, and he said no.
No, I'm not an Avenger.
If I have to answer to somebody, that means I'm not in charge, so I don't really like that.
I'm protecting the very reality of the thing you're asking if I am. No, I am so above this.
I'm a consultant.
I'm avenging on a different level than you guys.
Yeah,
so
I'm literally protecting your reality, okay?
But have fun.
I'm going to say right now, horrible question. We're already mad about this question. How about you? This question already brought the anger in us, but keep going.
Oh, no.
Right. But that leads us to our first topic today. Who even are the Avengers? Like, what is the makeup of the Avengers team right now? And why do we not know the answer at this point? Like, who is even an Avenger right now? Like, is there anything going on behind the scenes? Like, are the Avengers even necessary?
Is the most logical answer Rhodes is the leader now because Tony is dead. Rhodey was his closest confidant. He showed up in Falcon and Winter Soldier to oversee the shield being passed along or whatever. Like, he was kind of like, it makes sense for Rhodey to be kind of the new Iron Man in terms of leadership.
Interesting.
I think that makes complete sense. This is for like unofficial records, clearly, because I don't think we're going to know until Nick Fury shows his face again.
Of course.
But I think they're going to try giving it to Monica. I think they're going to try giving her the title because I think Captain Marvel is going to be the like confidant or the manager you want to call it, head person in charge of Young Avengers. I think Nick Fury is going to be like, you go help the Young Avengers while Monica is going to become somehow like the leader for the Avengers because she already has that background as a leader and she takes charge every time we like see her in a scene. So I think this would be a good opportunity for her to like throw herself in there and be like, I am going to help you guys figure out what we should do and in what capacity.
I love that.
Boop, boop, boop. That's what I think.
But let's list off the living Avengers right now of the original team, because we have Thor, who's still alive, who's off, with one eyeball.
Yeah. I think he's back. I think he'll come back, senior member of the Avengers. I think Thor will answer the call.
Wait, you say Thor?
Yeah, Thor.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I can't hear. Good. This volume is so low on everyone but Whitney.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Whitney's perfect volume. Everybody else, shit.
I thought you were going to be like, Whitney's so fucking goddamn loud.
Shut your trap.
What about me? Am I loud?
It's good now. I think it's just empty, so I'm like leaning into my microphone to hear you better. Okay, I don't know.
I'll fix my microphone.
That's how microphones work, Jess. Yeah.
I think Thor is going to be a through line for the Avengers. I think Thor will always answer the call, and I think that because Chris Hemsworth loves playing Thor.
Yeah,
so
he does.
He's not going to leave the franchise.
He kind of just is Thor at this point.
He just lives. Like, I love how he's put so much of his own personality and his own humor into the Thor character.
You don't think?
That's just Chris Hemsworth.
Jane is gonna come play a part in it after Love and Thunder?
No, I think that's going to be a closed loop in that movie. I think by the end of Thor: Love and Thunder, Chris Hemsworth will be Thor again. Whether we want that to be the reality or not, I think that's my prediction.
What about anyone from the Guardians?
Rocket is the head Avenger now. And he's gonna steal your prosthetic leg. What if the head of the Avengers was stealing people's glass eyes right and left? Oh,
What if he short-circuited Rhodey's walking device, so then Rhodey was paralyzed? He just
oh my god.
Rocket
does not care.
That's why Rocket's not the leader.
Rocket would take anything if he wants it. It doesn't matter if Rhodey needs it to walk. Rocket will take it. That's the quality in a leader that you need.
I think he's the only one from the Guardians I could see being an Avenger, because I think Chris Pratt and James Gunn have kind of confirmed Peter Quill wants to be off Earth as much as possible. He feels
he's not
betrayed by Earth. Earth is nothing.
Chris Pratt is too much of a Republican to be an Avenger. he just wouldn't. He can't
You don't need to be vaccinated in space, guys. You don't need
it. Exactly. That's why he can't come back to the Avengers, because he won't get fucking vaccinated, and Avengers Towers checks that shit. They require a negative test to enter.
You just need 70s and 80s pop music. That's all, in space.
That cures everything. I think AHA cures everything. You heard it here first. Everything.
I think that they should just let Paul Rudd be in charge of the Avengers because he's so handsome. He's the handsomest living Avenger.
He's just like a stupid dummy, though.
I know he's a big dummy. That's why they should let him lead. It should be Paul Rudd and Rocket Raccoon.
Oh God!
That's who I want to see together.
Okay, let's rein it back into the original Avengers first, because we got to establish who's actually here. No, that's okay. I love this conversation because we have Thor, like we said, we have Hawkeye, we have Bruce Banner, the Incredible Hulk, who is going to be appearing.
Don't think Hawkeye's coming back, but keep going.
And we have Steve Rogers, who is sort of MIA on the moon.
All right, he's gone.
Supposedly, who really knows?
I never trust an off-screen death, but I'm also like, it's been so long. He's just dead now. I think he's
just dead. He's gone.
I think he just died. Medicaid is really bad, and I don't think that he was getting the care he needed in whatever South Florida living home he got moved into. Damn. So treat your elders better, you guys. They deserve better.
It's so true. But let's go back to the newest Miss Marvel trailer that we just got, because in that trailer we do see that this bully girl Zoe, who doesn't even know what she's talking about because that Avengers shirt is awesome.
It's a good shirt. I want one.
Avengers shirt. Exactly. I love that shirt. We do see on her shirt that Valkyrie and the Wasp are on her Avengers shirt. So are they technically fully Avengers now? Since Endgame?
Ooh.
That's why I thought Valkyrie would be, and Thor would hand it to her and then go off and do his own thing. I thought it was more than just running New Asgard. I think she was going to be the new replacement for Thor in there, and Thor would hang out and do whatever the hell he wants to do, and sometimes show up. But I thought Valkyrie would take that spot.
I'm into that because we deserve a bisexual head of the Avengers, finally.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So that's why Valkyrie. Yeah, exactly. That's why I pick Valkyrie.
The head of the Avengers must be bi, That is
exactly
that's
what I want.
That is the
that's just what I want.
requirement.
I don't think Wasp is. Sorry.
Oh, you don't think Wasp is an Avenger?
I don't think Wasp is an Avenger first before or with Ant-Man. I think it would be Ant-Man.
Oh no, like after the events of Endgame.
Yeah, it would be Ant-Man over the Wasp.
Okay.
And we've already established the whole vaccine card to get into Avengers Tower thing, so it's like
Janet and Pym are back, so she's definitely working closer with her family, whereas Ant-Man would work with the Avengers.
True.
That's why she doesn't trust the vaccine, because she works at PimTech and she's like, I've seen what my dad can put into your body. I know that we can get, if I can get like a microchip into that, we can get microchips everywhere.
I saw Darren Crass working on the microchip to put in the vaccine.
Yeah, I saw Darren Crass, guys. He put shit in the vaccine. We're all gonna become wasps now.
Oh my god.
I'm like,
jeez. We gotta cut all this in.
I would love to be a wasp.
Yeah, like I'm cool with that. If I get superpowers, I'm here for it.
like Corey Stahl, I'm in. Absolutely. Track me, baby. Watch what I'm up to. You'd be surprised.
Yeah,
You just
can
might
follow
like
me. You just might like it.
Smash that subscribe button in the vaccine you put in my arm. Just like and follow. That's what I tell every nurse every time I get a shot. I go, smash that like and follow. And they're like, sir, this is a CVS. This is a CVS, sir. You've got to go.
Smash that syringe.
This is a CVS, so you gotta go.
But no, another thing that we should probably consider are the Sokovia Accords. And who is technically an Avenger after these Accords? Because Civil War, that was a huge deal. And so, we know, especially with the way that No Way Home ended, and No Way Home establishing that Peter Parker, Spider-Man, is a wanted criminal, pretty much. Does this affect Spider-Man's standing as an Avenger? Is he technically an Avenger?
Well, nobody knows who he is.
Right.
It's true.
So how he be an Avenger if he doesn't have... They don't know who he is, right? So
But they know that Spider-Man exists. They just don't know who Peter Parker is.
They know that Spider-Man exists, but if he doesn't know any of the other ones, how would he have gotten into the event? I don't know.
Right.
I don't think he's going to join the Avengers anytime soon because
he's still taking his GED, you guys. He needs to study right now. He needs to...
He's focusing on school. He's
rebuilding the Lego Death Star from the Palpatine up. Just let him do his thing.
I was gonna say, to me, I feel like the Sokovia Accords kind of lost their clout after the final Endgame battle.
100%.
It kind of wiped that clean. To me, it was in terms, even if the government was trying to still enforce, Hawkeye and Scott Lang as wanted fugitives or whatever, it was the world sees them as saviors. They stopped Thanos. I think they're kind of null. I think Sokovia Accords kind of null and void after that final battle with Thanos.
Except for Wanda. I think that Wanda's the only person that collectively the world is no, she still has to follow this. That they were about her and they will stay about her.
Yeah. Let's just rename these the Wanda Accords.
The Wanda Accords. Wanda's not allowed to push it anymore. We're not letting her. She can hang out in her orchard. We're not.
But no, I think in a recent interview they did say that the Sokovia Accords were still in effect, though.
I'm sure they're still in effect, how you're not supposed to jaywalk, but people still do it.
Right.
Not to compare a million people dying to... Well, a lot of people die jaywalking. So I think...
Yeah.
A lot of people die. Look both ways. Look both ways. Honk your horn. So I do think they're just not going to acknowledge it. Especially because the main person acknowledging it was Tony Stark. And he is gone. So I think they're just we're going to still save the world. Saving the world comes first. Because also, keep in mind, all these Avengers are basically gone. And the ones that are alive are the ones that were against it. So it's no one's going to really care. No one's going to...
I think that we could really easily solve the Sokovia Accords if we get Nicolas Cage to just steal them. They're the Declaration of Independence. We just tell Nick Cage,
I'm going to steal the Sokovia Accords.
Yo, Quantumania, let's get Nick Cage heisting in Quantumania.
Just because you steal the form doesn't mean it doesn't exist, Nick Cage.
We just tell him, like, hey, dude, there's a map on the back. Go! And just watch him fly.
I like the idea that the Accords are written on, like, old parchment. Like, they're like, Thunderbolt Ross was like, I'm going to write this on 200-year-old paper.
With a fucking quill.
Yeah, Peter quill.
Ooh, with a Peter quill.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. Don't cut that all out, please, dear God.
No, keep it in. Keep it.
Actually,
play it twice.
Play it on loop.
Ooh, with a Peter quill.
Oh, no. But also, another thing that we should probably talk about is the Shang-Chi post-credit scene with, Wang coordinating with the Hulk and Captain Marvel and this weird little teleconference thing situation. So, like, how does Wang fit on the Avengers team? Like, is he sort of heading things? Because he sort of felt like he was in charge of the meeting.
Wang is the most responsible person in that meeting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't think he's in charge of the team for setting it up. I think he's the one that got alerted and then called upon the other people. So I think he's not like a messenger, but he was the only person that could get in contact with everyone at once. Because Doctor Strange wasn't. But Doctor Strange was like, I would never. But I guess hot take. I kind of agree with what Doctor Strange said in his... God damn it. Benedict Cumberbatch said in their interview where they're like, I'm not really part of the Avengers. I'm on the side. Like, I'm doing my own thing. Because I'm like, yeah, you are kind of just in the sanctum and you guys are working and there's a bunch, like, you're basically a school. You just show up when needed. Kind of like how Thor did at the beginning of the Avenger movies. How he's like, okay, I'm going to show up to fight and then I'm going to go back to Asgard. Peace out. So I think that's the same way Wang is going to be, where it's like, we will call upon them when it's like an emergency. But otherwise, I'm not going to show up just for like a random fight in New York. I guess it's in his hometown. But if it was in San Francisco, he's not just going to just show up.
He's not doing a 5-hour flight.
He's not doing
he's not getting on a cross-country 5-hour flight.
I'm not flying JetBlue to San Francisco.
Yeah.
With
in a layover in Ohio.
And anyways, he's avoiding it because that's where Erik Voss lives anyways. So he's not going to San
He's
Francisco.
going to ask me so many questions.
Atlanta is not a layover from New York if you're going across the country. Atlanta is backward. It's a slingshot. And we got to talk to the airlines about it.
Tommy,
they got to stop going New York to Atlanta. They got to stop.
I was gonna say, I essentially don't. So encompassing everything, I don't think Wang and Cumberbatch will be, but Shang-Chi will. Because they're going to use that as their placement. They're going to be like, use this boy. He's a fighter. He can fight. You guys got it.
He's a fighter.
See you later.
He could just
Deuces.
do it.
So is Awkwafina an Avenger? Does that mean is Awkwafina an Avenger now?
The sigh I had. I was like...
We all got so deflated by that thought. We were all like, I don't know.
We were all
Does
like,
she
no.
have to?
Does she have to be?
I mean, technically she did hit the Dweller in Darkness right in the jugular. When she needed to.
I think Hawkeye's our archer for right now, and then Kate Bishop will be our archer for Young Avengers. I think it would be fun though to have that appearance with Awkwafina's character, Kate, right? Or
Katie.
Katie. I think it'd be nice for Katie to either meet Kate Bishop or to meet Hawkeye and be like, I also shoot. Like, I learned 2 weeks ago.
I also partake in the...
I also shoot.
But then that's just too many Kates and Katies running around with arrows.
And then they're both
seriously.
like,
I'm gonna choose Steinfeld every time, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean,
we know MT's choosing Haley.
We know who MT's.
What? Me? I've never seen her in my life.
And I thought my name was Thirsty Thursday. And I thought that was my title.
The T stands for something, guys. It's Thirsty.
Master
Thirsty.
Master Thirst.
I'm such a weirdo.
Yes.
Mega Thirst. But one last thing that we should probably transition on over to, other than my love of Haley Steinfeld. One last thing is Val, and what she was doing at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Because, what is going on with this Dark Avengers situation with crazy guy, Johnny Mayonnaise? I don't know. I call him Johnny Mayonnaise.
Johnny Mayonnaise.
John Walker.
Yes.
Isn't his name literally like U.S. Agent?
Yeah, it's U.S. Agent.
U.S. Agents, yes.
Yeah. No, his name is Johnny Mayonnaise, and that's canon.
That's true. That is definitely true.
I've never called him anything else. You just made me appreciate that character more now. Yes. I'm like, okay.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Crazy ass Johnny Mayonnaise.
We love you, Johnny Mayonnaise, wherever you are.
Shout out to Johnny Mayonnaise.
Poor Wyatt Russell's like, I just wanted to be in a Marvel thing.
He was, I just wanted to be in a Marvel, and now these kids on the internet are calling me Johnny Mayonnaise, and I don't know.
They made me so punchable. No, oh God, it was
the actor spectacular. Like, I love that actor so much.
Kurt
He
Russell's
killed it in the role of John Walker.
Mm-hmm. He did kill it. Dude. He was so smarmy. I wanted to punch him the whole freaking
I know, right?
time.
He played it so well.
He played it so well.
What? So is he technically an Avenger now? Because like we know from Civil War that the Sokovia Accords are like being run by the government and all these organizations. Well, and like Captain America even says that agendas change. So like, could Val be the agenda changing and like her introducing her own Avengers?
I agree with you completely, but I also think it's one of those stupid like quotes of like, Avengers isn't what it is, it's what's in the heart or something like that. Like, I feel like Nick Fury's gonna say some shit like that, and Nick Fury's gonna sum up like, that's what that's what the world thinks our Avengers are, but we're really the Avengers here. Like, just because I'm not in a position of power that's like in the point, like in the view of everyone, we're still doing our stuff down here. So I think we're gonna, I love that comment, MT, because it's like, I think they're gonna set him up to think he's the hero and be the hero that like we're gonna see him as, but in reality he's never gonna be invited to shit, and he's not actually an Avenger.
It's like, guys, are you meeting without me again? And Ant-Man's like, no.
It's weird because he is set up to be that way at the end. It's just like, you think you're doing good, but you're doing more harm than you're doing good. So he's gonna do more harm when he's not being invited. He's basically Princess in the Powerpuff Girls. The Avengers are the Powerpuff Girls, and Princess is Princess, and she's jealous that she's not invited to be a Powerpuff Girl, so she's going to start a fight.
That's so true.
But I like that idea. I love that idea for him to be an original Avenger. That would be very fun.
Yeah, it'd be super dope. And like, I wonder if like what they're doing with Taskmaster, because we know that Taskmaster gets picked up at the end of Black Widow by Thunderbolt Ross. Rest in peace to an amazing actor.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
I think she's just gonna go into the shadow.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever really get it.
I love Taskmaster. They buried that movie
so
we've talked
much
about
too.
That. We've talked about.
I think there'll be a lot. I don't think there's going to be a ton of Black Widow character. I think the establishment of Yelena is going to be the one thing from that movie that lives on. And just the way Disney did it, kind of dirty. Like, I just don't know that they're going to put a ton of backing into the other characters in that, you know, like I think it was a vessel to introduce Yelena into the MCU, and basically I wouldn't be surprised if most of the rest of it is just kind of buried.
Yeah. What a shame. Interesting. What a fucking shame.
Not saying that's right. Just being real.
It's just keeping it real, just keeping it realistic, because like, you know, a lot of people, especially with like, you know, the Taskmaster and like the reception of Taskmaster wasn't 100% well received, even though like she did a great job. The actress did a great job as Taskmaster. It's just like we haven't seen enough of Taskmasterage to actually really fall in love with Taskmaster yet.
Unless you read the comics and you were like, this fucking monster, this Taskmaster's the fucking badass. The bee's knees. The Taskmaster's the coolest thing in the world. Coolest fucking thing.
Yo, comic book Taskmaster is the best.
That's the only reason I want to see it again. But I could see what Tommy said of them just.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with that character coming back. I just don't. I have no faith in Disney / Marvel.
Yeah, same.
Do that character justice, I guess, is what I'm saying. Not to be a buzzkill, guys. Sorry, not on St. Patrick's Day of all days.
Wow, you sound a lot like Tommy Mayonnaise now.
Oh no, I'm U.S. Agent Tom Bechtold. At your service.
But no, I think it'd be a really cool scenario where, you know, in Multiverse of Madness, wouldn't it be cool if they introduced comic book Taskmaster into the MCU to fight the new Taskmaster? I think it'd be dope. It would just be really cool to have two Taskmasters.
That's me eating it. Yeah. That's you feeding me. That's you feeding me right now. I'm full.
I like your yummy noises.
That was delicious.
That was delicious. Of course I would. I would ride for that. I would rob a bank for that. I would kill for that.
It would be too good.
But what would they do? Mimic each other to death?
Oh,
exactly. Then wouldn't it be so cool? It's like they have all this knowledge of different like heroes.
So miming, they're like,
It would be so cool. It's like, all right, I'm gonna use my Black Panther against your Black Widow. Let's see what happens.
Oh, I guess, yeah, cool. If they did come out of a different universe, they would see different superheroes. So they would be mimicking the superheroes that they saw. So we could get different. There you go.
We can get like different like references to heroes that haven't even appeared in the MCU yet, which would be super dope.
That's true.
We are so far off of what the original question was.
I'm sorry.
I know.
Sorry.
You guys are move on to the next topic.
This episode of Rogue Theory is going to be 9 hours long. We're talking about two Taskmasters fighting each other. The question was, what are the Avengers currently? Or who are the
Avengers?
What are the Avengers? Two Taskmasters fighting at the same time.
Not to be the principal. I just looked at the recording and I'm like, we're 30 minutes in on this, and now we're like, what if in Multiverse of Madness Taskmaster fights Taskmaster? Well, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, it'd be St. Patrick's Day every day of the week.
These were all really great ideas. So, like, let's just get like a just final count of who the Avengers could be now.
Oh, geez. Yeah,
we said 9,000 names.
Yeah, let's just recap that real quick.
You guys.
I don't know.
Entertain the idea.
Two Taskmasters. Spider-Man, but not Peter Parker.
Alligator
Rhodey,
Loki.
John Walker. Alligator Loki.
Captain America.
Yeah.
Falcon.
Captain America. U.S. Agent John Walker. Yelena.
How about people just get in the comments with what they think the new Avengers
Yes. Who do you think? Yes, that's what we'll do that. Like, who do you guys think are in the Avengers now? Because we don't know, but we're just Rogue Theory over here. So let us know.
We clearly have no idea.
Yeah, we don't know. You guys tell us.
Yeah, you guys are.
You tell us. I mean, Kevin Feige does text me from time to time, but he hasn't texted me this yet. Just kidding, that's not true. But up next, we're going to talk about the cool teenage version of the Avengers next. But first, what?
Shut up! Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
What does he text you?
He hits he hits my beeper with smiley faces, just to let me know that he cares. Okay. Very nice man. And hey, our Batman-inspired latest Obsession shirt, Gotham Noir, is almost sold out, so you should probably grab one quick over at newrockstarsmerch.com. It's a really cool design. Like all of our merch, our friends over at Epic Hero Shop are pumping out. You can only get it at newrockstarsmerch.com. And we want to thank Shudder for sponsoring this video, because when we're in the mood for a thriller or something supernatural, we here at New Rockstars turn to Shudder, where every week they premiere a new horror movie or series. With Shudder, you can stream supernatural, thriller, and horror movies and TV shows across all of your favorite devices. Shudder's streaming library has everything from original movies like Superhost. Shudder's streaming library has everything from original movies like Superhost, The Boy Behind the Door, and PG Psycho Goreman, to hit series Creepshow by executive producer Greg Nicotero of The Walking Dead. So if you're a fan of old classics or looking for something new, you're going to love Shudder's collection from all around the world. They've got favorites like Halloween and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, along with must-see releases like VHS 94 and Hellbender. For classic Hollywood fans, they have a new documentary about OG Frankenstein actor Boris Karloff, along with a collection of his movies. And trust me, Bride of Frankenstein still holds up to this day. It's classic. So stream all this and more from Shudder's ever-growing library ad-free for just $5.99 a month. Shudder has everything supernatural, thriller, horror, and we cannot get enough of it. And you're going to love it too. And right now, you can stream your first 30 days of Shudder for free. Go to shudder.com and use code ROGUE. That's SHUDDER.com, code ROGUE. Stream free for your first 30 days by going to shudder.com, code ROGUE. In this season, upgrade your daily routine with Bespoke Post and their new seasonal lineup of must-have Box of Awesome collections. Bespoke Post partners with small businesses and emerging brands to bring you the most unique goods every month, and they sent us some of the best sweaters and cardigans that were ever worn to mankind's history. No matter what you're into, Box of Awesome has you covered. From winter cocktails to cozy threads and camping gear essentials, Box of Awesome has collections for every part of your life. And right now they have a cool carnivore box with specialty barbecue spice blends that looks exciting. And take the quiz at boxofawesome.com to help them pick the right Box of Awesome for you. It's free to sign up and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. And each box is valued at around $70, but you only pay a fraction of that price. And with each Box of Awesome, you're supporting small businesses. And get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter code ROGUE at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code ROGUE for 20% off your first box. boxofawesome.com, code Rogue. And hey, it's also discouraging if you're only making a small dent on your multiple credit card balances each month because you're only paying the minimums. Upstart can help you pay off your existing credit card debt quickly and start finally getting ahead. So whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high interest debt, or funding personal expenses, over 1 million people have used Upstart to get one fixed monthly payment with a clear payoff date. So rather than looking at your credit score alone, Upstart's model considers other factors like your income, employment, and other information provided in your loan application to find you a smarter rate for your loan. You can check out your rate without impacting your credit score in just 5 minutes for loans between $1,000 to $50,000. And you can receive funds as fast as 1 business day after accepting your loan, which is super fast. So find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/roguetheory. That's upstart.com/roguetheory. And do not forget to use our URL to let them know that we sent you. And loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/roguetheory. All right, guys. Well, since now we talked about the Boomer Avengers, it's time to check in with Gen Z to see what the next batch of heroes are going to look like. Which leads us to our second topic for today: is Miss Marvel the first official Young Avenger? Because as we get closer to the Miss Marvel premiere, we're wondering if she will become the first official Young Avenger in the MCU lineup that Kevin Feige hasn't really officially announced, but it's sort of coming, wink, wink. We don't know yet who the main villain in the series will be, but could they be a big enough threat to officially kick off the Young Avengers? What do you guys think?
It's the watch the villain be just like a child or a teenager, and they're like, "Well, we can't beat him up. He's a teenager." So they just make a team of young Avengers to go beat him up.
Yeah.
I think Ms. Marvel, I think she will be the first official Avenger because I think with her connections, she will be the first one that's like knighted by Nick Fury. That's what I'm thinking because in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, no one officially talked to him, and then who else was there? Who else is the other one that we're like thinking is gonna be another Young Avenger that's shown up already? Oh, Kate Bishop. Kate Bishop also hasn't gotten the like official go ahead. She's just working with Hawkeye, but Miss Marvel has like the connections to everyone to Captain. Oh God, too many names. Too many fucking names. Captain Marvel
Too many
has
names.
the connection to Captain Marvel that's gonna be the right-hand man to like Nick Fury. So I think Nick Fury's gonna knight her as the first one and to lead the pack.
What if the last episode of Miss Marvel, we find ourselves in a familiar donut shop. And it's Miss Marvel sitting down and a file folder slides across the table in the booth and you hear a familiar voice saying, "We're putting together a team, a little younger." Like, putting together a team. Not everyone's going to be drinking age.
We're putting together a junior.
That's how they say it. That's how they introduce it. You have to be 19 and younger, and it's like, God damn it, I'm 20.
You have to be eligible for the Hunger Games.
Yeah. Are you eligible for the Hunger Games? They're like, we get it. We're young. You don't need to bring up a bunch of young teen novels.
This is the twilight of the older Avengers. It's simply a Hunger Game now.
Also from the trailer, she looks like she has the most like she's I don't know. I guess it's like because we've seen more of her than the other ones kind of in that. I don't know. It's like Kate Bishop is kind of still learning. While she is just like, this kid wasn't raised like rich and wasn't raised like, she's just like, I'm a brown girl getting superpowers and I'm working around the world and what's happening right now. And I'm still like, she acknowledges the world around her. So I think she'd be a good leader for the Avengers because she's just like, just aware of everything.
Yes, agreed.
No, I really do like that idea. I never really thought about it, but yeah, like it makes sense for her to be the leader, especially with her Nick Fury connections through Miss Captain Marvel, but also because she's obsessed with superheroes. Like she knows a lot about the Avengers and what it takes to be a hero.
One of us.
Are you saying I'm a superhero?
Yes, I am saying that we could all be Young Avengers if we were
emphatically.
Yes, we're young again.
Oh God! I make noises every time I stand up. Dear
Seriously, I complain every time I wake up. I'm just like, existence.
I said, I'm older than all of you, so stop. Oh,
jeez. But no, it just makes a lot of sense because, like, you know, if for some reason, I honestly do feel like this MCU is setting up a scenario where all the OG Avengers are going off into space with whatever Nick Fury is dealing with, and all these new Avengers, the young Avengers, and like all these new blood people, like your Daredevils and all them, are going to have to face off against something else on Earth. So I think it'd be really cool for a Miss Marvel to gather up all the youths and be like, all right, guys, I know we don't know what we're doing, but I know a lot about the Avengers from my fan fiction.
So we'll figure it out.
Dude, I write fan fiction about this all the time. I got this. I got a plan. All right, everyone open up your Lisa Frank notebooks to page 6. And we'll go over my drawings of Thor with half a mermaid body.
Everyone, please log on to my GeoCities page. I am now going to lay out.
My GeoCities has an answer for this. For this debacle.
It'll all be laid out clearly there.
What they could do is, if we do get an eventual Secret Wars, that would be the introduction for. I mean, it might be longer in the future, but that would be a good introduction to them, because it's like all our superheroes are missing. Follow the like keys of of Invincible, where it's like, yeah, we have these older superheroes that are gonna handle the bigger shit, and we need like different other superhero groups to handle other matters in different factions. So I think that would be. I think you're going into space, shooting them off, and just losing all of them. We're like, who's the next ones? And it's like, here's a bunch of 16-year-olds. Here's a bunch of children.
Curfew-based heroes.
Curfew-based heroes.
What we all need. That's what we need.
That's why criminals do things at night, because they were afraid of the Young Avengers.
Yeah, exactly.
The Avengers are active during the day.
Yeah, criminals also are just super active between the hours of 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. because that's when they're all in school.
They're go-getters. They're like farmers. They're morning people.
They're taking care of their families and then robbing people for their families at night.
Yeah, their kids are at the daycare. They have to do all their criminaling while their kids are at daycare, and then they have to pick their kids at 3. It's very sad. But yeah, no, it does make sense for Miss Marvel to be that leader in that scenario. But what do you think, Whitney? Did you go, Whitney?
Yeah, no, I do think that Miss Marvel's gonna be the head up. Oh, but nah, fuck it. I think that Kid Loki is the new head of the Avengers.
I totally forgot about Kid Loki for a second there, because like he is a factor, and he is on the Young Avengers.
Don't write him off just yet. He's a kid and he's tricky and he's going far.
What was Kid Loki's situation? Was he the one that killed his brother, but he didn't actually do it?
Like, we know that he killed his brother from like him telling the other Lokis in the void, but we don't really know exactly what happened.
Yeah, because that means he has some
maybe I'm just forgetting.
Humanity, so he'd be still good with an actual Avengers group.
And like we do have the Bradley boy, Isaiah Bradley's grandson, who is going to be Patriot, which is going to be very interesting to see. So yeah, I think that she would make a great hero or a great leader for the team. Though I would really love to see Kate Bishop as a leader personally, because
obviously,
we know you.
We get it.
We know you at MT. We get it.
She was there at the Battle of New York. She saw Hawkeye. She has the experience.
Parched.
She was basically part of the team.
I'm a little parched.
So
Master Thirst.
You know,
Master Thirst.
A little bit thirsty.
Through.
A little thirsty. But respect. It's always respectful. I don't mean to be a creep. But no, these are all great
respectful.
Things.
Respectfully, I have a crush on you, and I'd like you to be the lead of the Young Avengers.
Yeah.
She goes, no thanks.
Please.
Compared to like what the rest of her DMs are, probably that would be the nicest thing she ever heard.
Yeah, that really would.
The rest of her DMs are like, I want to wear your face as a mask.
Oh my God, no!
Just random fucking. And it's like it's like a 50-year-old guy.
If you're going to message Haley Steinfeld, you better be respectful.
I agree.
Yeah, be sweet.
Yeah.
If you're gonna message any woman on the internet, be sweet.
Seriously, anybody in general. Like,
just anybody in general.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Not me though. Come at me with your nastiest shit, guys. I invite it.
Yeah, DM Tommy if you're nasty.
Get real filthy with me
if you're nasty.
You're really lonely one night. Hit up Tommy. Here's his phone number. I'll put it in the chat. I'll put his phone number in the chat for y'all.
Please don't.
Yeah, let's drop his phone number in the comments.
Oh God.
Just kidding.
But now it is time for our rogue question. You guys ready for this one?
These weren't all rogue questions.
Now's the time to go. Now's the time to get out there.
Extra rogue.
Oh, okay, so now's when we stop taking it seriously, right?
Take a few risks.
Yeah, now we're gonna get a little bit goofy for once. because actor John Hamm confirmed that he was in talks to play Mr. Sinister in a post-credit scene for the New Mutants that never actually came to be.
That would have been amazing.
That would have been really
That would have been the
interesting.
cherry on top of that insane movie. As if John Hamm just sauntered in as Mr. Sinister. But he's just doing these like,
Hamm.
it's comforting. It reminds you of home. It's a
Oh my
Christmas
God, that
moment
was
with your
That was a
wife.
good one.
We haven't actually confirmed that Tommy isn't actually John Hamm in disguise.
Yes, I'm John
we
Hamm
haven't
wearing a
confirmed
fat
that,
suit
so-
for an assignment. Yes.
For an assignment.
I'm going rogue as John Hamm.
But no, guys, which comic book character would you guys like to see John Hamm play from either DC or Marvel? Or, I guess, another comic book franchise that isn't DC or Marvel.
A role that he shouldn't be playing, but is playing anyways. Okay.
Any role. Black Panther? No, that'd be terrible.
Yeah,
I guess for me the new T'Challa would be the obvious.
the obvious answer.
John Hamm, T'Challa. Everyone would be down with that. No one would be angry.
I can't think of a single person on the internet who would argue with that choice.
I mean,
That'd be perfectly fine.
See the necklace going like.
oh my god.
In
He's
a
trying to
business suit. It's fucking Wakanda forever in a
Smoking a
business
cigarette.
suit.
It's Mad Men, but just
It's a nation.
He's like, I'm from South Africa.
As
It's a
he's-
secretive nation.
He breaks the symbol to smack an intern on the ass. Just
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I
I don't know how
no,
we
for
can
real.
top this. Do we have to actually come up with real ideas
yeah,
now?
do we
Because
really
that's
have
the
to
one
come up with this? I think that
I kind of want to end on that. I don't like, what am I going to say? Okay, old Bruce Wayne. He should be a middle-aged Bruce Wayne and never be Batman.
Oh, that's
he
a
should
good
just
one.
go. He should just go to
Yeah.
functions and write
That'd be
checks.
it, like-
He should just give big golf tournament style checks on screen as Bruce Wayne, but never ever wear the bat suit. He's just
Yeah.
always
That's
showing
like,
up
he
with
should
a
just-
$35,000
That's so
check.
funny if you just hired another actor to play the Bruce Wayne persona and just have a different Batman.
They're like, Matthew Lillard plays Batman in the Batsuit, but John Hamm is Bruce Wayne. It's crazy.
Yo, honestly, Matthew Lillard would probably go ham on Batman. Let's be real.
yes.
He'd
Matthew
go ham.
Lillard would
Lillard is a great
go
actor.
harder than he would have to, and I would respect it.
I am vengeance.
Oh my-
Like Scoob on
He'd
vengeance.
be like the first Batman we'd see just absolutely take a huge bite of a sandwich and spill mustard all over
all over the suit, over the
whole
hard
cowl
nipples.
is dripping in pickle juice, mustard,
Batman,
sourdough
you
crumbs.
have shit all over your suit. Oh man, my parents are gonna kill me.
And that's the other thing. Your parents, ooh,
Batman's parents are alive in this version.
in this
I do like
version.
Yeah.
In the
In
Matthew
my-
Lillard
and it's also
cinematic
weirdly
universe,
it's
Batman's
weirdly
parents are
Marvel.
alive.
The Lillard verse.
I'm ready for the Lillard verse, by
It's
the way.
going to be big. I hear it. Kevin Feige's talking about it. He's talking about bringing
He's
him on
gonna
board.
text you.
Yeah, honestly, this is like sort of like off topic, but like I think Matthew Lillard would be an amazing Michael Korvac in the Marvels. I think he'd be really good at
That'd
Michael
be cool.
Korvac.
Are we starting a petition to get Matthew Lillard in the MCU today?
I am.
Yeah,
'cause
that's
he's
what
a
this
great
actually
actor.
is.
He's a great
Is
dude.
this all coming back to me and Matthew Lillard co-starring in the film Bloodsucking Bastards in 2012 together, and it's has all been a meaning that both me and Matthew Lillard, equally as famous, need to both be in the MCU? Is that what this is all about?
I
Yeah.
think so. This
What
has all been
happened to
leading to
this
this.
rogue theory? What
know,
happened
oh my
to
goodness.
it?
This is
Okay, I think we should just wrap it up.
It's time to drink some Guinness, guys. I've wasted an hour of my St. Patrick's Day.
Okay,
Let's go.
but that is it for this episode of Rogue Theory. We're all winners today because
No
this
one
is a
wins.
very
Absolutely
casual,
zero
people
win this
conversational
one.
Episode of Rogue
The
Theory.
winner is
oh my goodness,
chemical dependency. And it'll always win, kids, until you draw a line.
it's true.
Jesus Christ.
Oh God.
Yeah, let's end it on that.
Oh my God. That is it for this episode of Rogue Theory.
Don't forget
Again,
to buy
thank
our
you to
merch at
our
Epic Hero
guests.
Shop. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sorry, just joking.
My God. Thank you to our guests, Jessica Clemons, Whitney Van Laningham, and Tommy Bechtold for joining us today. Support them, all their stuff on social media. Follow them all on Twitter and all that stuff. And support our channel by checking out all of our awesome merch over at newrockstarsmerch.com. And if you got thoughts of some of our rogue theories, you can share them over on our Discord server. So if you're over 18, click the link in the description for our New Rockstars Discord. Follow me at MasterTainment if you want to see me tweet some weird shit. But most importantly, follow New Rockstars on all our social media platforms. Thank you guys so much again for watching. We love you guys, and you guys are amazing. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye.